Hi all, welcome to John's Model Making. We've got Lancaster Bomber issues 25 and 26. Excellent stuff. There we go. Spot on. Now this one is an exciting one, or 26 is, because we get some paneling for this one and we do some rivet making on it. Or make rivets I should say. There we go. Got a rivet maker. Not used it actually. Just pulling everything apart. There we go. I've got another one just in case, so I'm going to have to practice a little bit first before I do it on the panel. This particular panel is for a fuselage section floor, so it's not as though it's on the outside of the aircraft. So if we, anyway, we'll come to that. That's issue 26. Let's have a look at issue 25. There we go. Issue 25. This is the first of the two split trailing edge sections of the aircraft's wings. There we go. A lot of gluing in this one, as you can see. Nothing too spectacular, except we just have to keep them at 90 degrees obviously. And there we go. And I think we need to taper that edge off at the end. There we go. That's what we'll be left with. And we get a strengthening on it as well. Excellent stuff. Issue 26, the split trailing edge section of the Lancaster's wing that has begun in issue 25 is completed and painted. In addition, the mainframe floor panels are painted and fitted into the assembly. So we put stringers across this. What we do in 25. There we go. That's that completed. Excellent stuff. We actually put small sections of the stringers on that piece of wood in between each of those spars. And then our rivet making these two panels, and they will go into that central section there. We need to reduce the size of it as well, and we need to paint it obviously, what we've done in 25 and the floor section. But here you can see the rivets that are made and how to flatten them. There is an alternative with this as well that you can paint them on, but I'm not going to try that at all. I don't think. I do want to do the rivet making one. It looks, I would imagine it looks so much better. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the build. Okay, here we have the parts. As always, they want you to label these, so we'll just go ahead and do that anyway. These are all exactly the same, so there's no need to label them up. Now we can cut them out of this frame. Well, there we go folks, that is issue 25 complete. I'm just going to wait till this fully dries, probably overnight, and then I'll snip that end piece off. Well, that looks pretty good. It's taken a while to dry, to be honest, but it looks perfectly good, and it looks as though it's perfectly straight as well, which is always an added bonus. Excellent stuff. Okay, let's have a look at issue 26, and here we have the parts for issue 26. That's the floor for the central section, and we have some stringers for this piece that we've done, which will go on this side as well as that side, but we put them in between here, these gaps as well, but lay flats on this back piece. And I've got to taper this bottom piece off as well first, but I'll wait till it dries and then we'll get on with issue 26. Excellent stuff. Okay, that was issue 25, nicely completed. There we go. That has now been filed, so that edge is chamfered there in line with these spars. I don't think you can see that. Yeah, and it's been sanded down nicely, so now we can carry on with issue 26 and put some stringers on here, on this side and that side. Excellent stuff. So I'll get the parts out. Those are the little panels that we need to put on the central section of the fuselage. Do that a little later. Right, we'll get on with these stringers now. Okay, moving on to the next part of issue 24. We need this central section. As you can see, I put the two floor panels in, but they're too long and they're too wide, so we have to make adjustments to get them in. The reason why they're too long is we've got a strengthening board at the back here, otherwise they would fit perfectly. Now, so I'm going to have to shorten them here because they do fit into the grooves nicely, but as you can see they overlap, so we need to make adjustments there as well. There we go, those are the floor panels, all painted and with a what is it, a matte satin finish. You can see these rivets are more elevated than these. This is the first panel I did, so I'm putting it down to lack of practice, but that one, at least I don't know, I need to put more pressure on when I do it, because it looked fine before I put the paint on. You can actually see them, but they're just not as prominent. Apply more pressure next time. And there we go, this just needs black on it, and then that is finished. And then might need a bit of touch up on there as well, actually. Excellent stuff. There's a further close up of that panel, so you can actually see the rivets, more prominent on that one than that one, but I'll get it right for the outer skin, definitely. Okay guys, that is it. That is issue 25 and 26 complete. Them floor panels look pretty good actually. I tried to get as best a snapshot I could on the camera for you. Obviously one panel is better than the other, but you know, it's a floor panel at the end of the day, so it's good practice. There we go, and there's that other piece, nicely painted up. That's brilliant. So that's 25 and 26 complete. Excellent stuff. It did take me quite a long time, that, to be honest, especially with the riveting, the painting, but it's well worth it, and it does look better on one side. I think I have got a tad bit too much paint on one of those panels, because you couldn't really tell before I put the paint on. They looked both exactly the same, but I'll just have to make sure I increase the pressure next time around. But anyway, it still looks brilliant. Anyway, if you did like that, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon for another 2 issues of the Lancaster Bomber. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Bye for now.